Hello, welcome to the video tonight. We are going to hear from an excerpt from Bonnie Heath, who is a champion thoroughbred racehorse rancher farmer from Middle Central Florida, who raises world-class champion thoroughbreds. He is a LifeVantage product user is what we're going to hear from him about. He has been in the horse ranching business for a long time. Their family, it's been family owned for about 60 years. They have some very high dollar horses valued at several $1,000,000. And have several who are Kentucky Derby winners. If I can read this excerpt from his homepage, which is bonnieheathfarms.com. From twice champion and Kentucky Derby winner Needles to champion and horse of the year Holy Bull and dual grade 1 winner Honor Glide, Bonnie Heath Farm continues the legacy of producing thoroughbred racehorses of the highest caliber. Let's hear his amazing successes with the LifeVantage Nerf1 and Nerf2, as well as other products.
Okay.
Got me?
Yes. Thanks for calling in and thank you for your patience. What was your name again, sir?
Yeah, Bonnie Heath,
Okay.
B-O-N-N-I-E-H, H-E-A-T-H.
Nice to have you on the show, Bonnie.
Good to be here, Raquel. We, family's been raising thoroughbreds for 60 years in Ocala, and Ocala and state of Florida is second only to Kentucky in thoroughbred production. A lot of folks don't know that, but we raise a lot of them. I've been doing it a long time. It's a passion, it's a labor of love, and we were introduced to LifeVantage of Crotanum almost 5 years ago, and what made all the difference in the world to us is our best mare, Miss Pangea, who was 18 years old 5 years ago, had a stillborn foal, and the next morning she had full-blown mammonitis. And I don't know if your viewers are familiar with mammonitis, but it's as devastating a disease as the horse can have, and in very, very short order, the pain and the fever go to the hooves, and the hooves either fall off or the bone at the bottom of the leg pokes through the sole of the foot. And it's pretty awful. Anyway, she's got it, and she's got it bad, and our vet comes and treats her.
Sounds pretty painful, too.
It is.
For the animals, yeah.
Yeah, and she had the death lesson ride the next morning after losing that foal. It's brought on by stress or infection or carbohydrate overload. And she had the stress of losing the foal and the infection set in. She has some retained placenta from the birthing, so it was not a good situation. The vet comes and treats her with standard Western medicine, which is at the end of the day, it's not all that effective. And my wife, thank goodness, had been smart enough to give the vet some information about Crotanum, and he had read it, and it travels a totally different pathway. It travels the NRF2 pathway. And he understood it, and she put a bottle of pills in his hand that morning. She said, "What about trying this?" And he said, "Heck yeah, why not?" And we said, "Well, how much?" And he says, "I don't know." He said, "Well, I can tell you this." He said, "You can give her the whole bottle." And he said, "It won't hurt her." He said, "There's nothing in here that will cause any harm." So we dosed her by weight. We gave her, I think, 1 pill a day. We gave her 9 first day, and we gave her 9 on Sunday. And by Sunday afternoon, which is 36 hours later, she's looking out the top of her stall. Her eyes are clear and bright. She's stepping out of her ice tubs, and she's nickering to her buddies out in the paddock. And she was that much better that quickly. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So anyway, 2 more days combined. He shoots x-rays of her feet, which is standard procedure. And there was no rotation of the coffin bone at the bottom of the leg, and there was no sinking of the sole of the foot, which are both pretty much common practice when you have laminitis. Well, she had neither, and I couldn't believe it. And he said, "Well, I can't either." And he said, "In fact," he said, "I've got to give you some more antibiotics." He said, "I only gave you enough for 3 days." And I said, well, Bill, he said, I didn't think she'd live 3 days. I said, well, Bill, I didn't think she'd make the first night. So 3 more days go by. This is day 6, and he checks her blood again. He calls us up and he says, I got another vet that's close by that's with the firm, and he said he's going to come by and take the catheter out of her neck. He said her blood's perfect. This is in 6 days.
Whoa.
In short order, she was turned out in the pat. Yeah, she was turned out in a round pen in 3 weeks. She was good enough the following spring at 19 years of age to go back to the breeding shed. Got in full-on 1 cover. She is now 23 and had 2 foals and is in full again right now. Picture of health. And it's a miracle is what it is. And when you reduce oxidative stress, an average of 40% in 30 days in all mammals, if you check disease, any disease you want, oxidative stress is at the heart of every disease. And go to PubMed, PubMed.gov, G-O-V, put oxidative stress in your search engine. It'll pull up 180-something thousand studies. And if you want to connect that to a disease, just leave oxidative stress in there, put a slash, and put in cancer, put in heart disease, put in whatever you want to. And it'll pull up those studies. And there are thousands, probably 20,000 on oxidative stress and cancer, probably 20 or more on heart disease. And it's at the heart of everything. And this is a not a drug.
Not a drug. And Carol was talking about Carol today. This affects any kind of mammal. So potentially, it could help whales, or it could help animals, mammals, and then, or of course, humans. And since it's a relatively new product, it just seems to me the numbers are quite high as far as the amount of people using it. Carol, I wonder if you could just jump in and let us know what kind of success rate is like. I think we lost you, Carol.
Oh, yeah, you did. I'm across the room from her. Dial back in, Carol. She's getting ready to dial right back in.
And
she had another call come in.
Oh, okay. You know what? That knocks me off too sometimes.
Oh, no.
And it seems I got knocked off.
Okay. Let me tell you the neat thing about horses that I know is that there's no placebo effect for the horse. It either works or it doesn't work. They don't know. They don't go to Google and Google up a bunch of garbage. It either works or it doesn't.
Yeah, that's interesting. So it can't be argued that it's a placebo effect because the horse is simply not experiencing that. But you've seen firsthand their health improve. Your horse's health improve, especially that story you told us in the beginning.
In Florida, we have in the summertime we have occasionally have horses that shut down sweating, which some people do that too, and it's a very dangerous condition. And this has really helped with that too. It just normalizes what it is. It puts the body in the shape it's supposed to be in, because when we reach 20, 21 years of age, people do. We are not able to keep up with the oxidative stress that our bodies produce. So this is what does it. It puts our system back where it should be. So I'm 68. I just turned 68, and I went to my 50th class reunion last summer. And hey, I match up pretty good. Let me tell you, I look younger than all my classmates.
That's awesome. It feels good, right?
Let me see what my girl Carol's doing. Dial them up, Carol.
Yeah, and hopefully, actually, on my board, it seems like she's on.
Oh.
But
okay, well,
I don't know. Yeah, she could hang up and she can call back in, and I'll be able to get her back in.
Oh, just hang up and call back in.
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to do that right now. But anyway,
okay,
we've had tremendous
success. So Bonnie, you've also been taking the product for your personal use as well.
Absolutely. And I noticed within about 45 days, I'm a lap swimmer, have been for 30 plus years. And I noticed after about 45 days, I got out after my afternoon laps in the middle of June, and I wasn't even breathing hard. My wife says, you know what? You ain't breathing hard. I said, you know what? I'm not. I'm breathing. I just got through doing 27 laps in the afternoon. And I'm breathing just like I'm doing now. I said, this is amazing stuff. And I have no recovery time anymore. Zero. So,
is there any side effects?
there's a little bit of detox sometimes for a few folks when they first start taking it. But besides that, no, it does not. You can take it with any drug. The only time they say don't take it is if you're doing active chemo, or if you're doing, because that tears your body down, this builds your body up, so that you don't want your body conflicted. But the other thing is, you have had a major organ transplant, and there's just not enough research out there to take the chance, really.
Okay.
Just those two things.
But anybody else, when you say a small detox in the beginning, what does that mean exactly?
Well, occasionally, and most people don't drink enough water, first of all. And that's when you're taking an antioxidant and you need to flush all the crud out of your system. People need to drink at least a half gallon of water a day, and most people don't nowadays. I don't know why. But some people will have a little diarrhea. Some people might have a little skin rash, that kind of thing, and think they're having an allergic reaction to the product. There's a certain doctor that is a distributor. He's treated, I don't know, between 18 and 20,000 people with his product. He said he has seen one person have an allergic reaction. So it's highly unusual.
Gotcha.
Detox is not common, but it can happen. But at the end of the day, that's a good thing.
Right, I think so too. And the other thing is that, there's a lot of products and there's a lot of people promoting, antioxidants for all kinds of things, in makeup, for age reduced, or, people, I don't know, they throw around that word. And it just seems like,
it's going to be in trouble.
I'm a little confused by the whole thing. So antioxidants are good because they're getting rid of like the bad oxidants, right?
But you can't take them externally. You can't take enough of them to do yourself any good. In fact, if you take too much vitamin C and too much vitamin, all that stuff, you do yourself more harm than good. But this,
that's what I'm always afraid of.
Yeah, but your body makes this. This is what's so great about it. Your body knows what it needs, and it will come in and say, "Oh, I've got a sore knee. You think it'll help?" I say, "Well, yeah, I think it will help." And 2 months later, they say, "Oh, my knee still hurts, but you know what? I'm sleeping better, and I've got clearer thoughts, and all these other things are happening." I said, "Well, just keep taking it. Your knee will probably feel better in another, a little bit later on, because the body knows what it needs. We don't know, but the body knows."
And are these herbs then just directing the body to produce these natural kind of antioxidants? Is that
yes? The glutathione and the SODs and catalase, those three are the survival genes. The body turns the body on.
Absolutely fantastic.
Okay, I think Carol's got it on.
I just don't, for some reason, it's like I have her on anyway. Yeah. And for some reason, my page is not, it looks like it's back in 5 minutes ago. The blog's so great. Oh, wait, hold on. Here she goes. Yay, we got her. I think so. Hey, Carol.